Hello, and welcome to the Easy English Podcast. I'm James. Have you ever been in a conversation in English? You know the words, you know the grammar, but there's this frustrating delay? A tiny voice in your head that's busy translating, working overtime, making you feel like you're always one step behind? What if I told you that you could silence that voice? What if you could unlock a direct line to thinking in English, making your speech faster, your understanding sharper, and your confidence unshakable? That's exactly what we're doing today. In this episode, we're not just learning English, we're rewiring your brain. We're going to build a brand new habit, a secret pathway that bypasses translation completely. I'm going to give you a simple, daily blueprint, a 5-minute mental ritual that will, little by little, build your very own English brain. And I'll reveal why this single skill is more powerful than memorizing 1,000 vocabulary words. So, if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and start speaking with a new kind of fluidity, you are in the right place. Let's begin this journey. First, let's talk about the root of the problem. Why do we translate? It's not a bad habit, it's actually our brain's brilliant first strategy. When you start learning, your native language is like a faithful, trusted bridge. It's safe, it's familiar, and it helps you cross into the new, unknown territory of English. You see a chair, you think the word in your language, and then you find the English word chair. It's a two-step process. And for a while, that bridge is incredibly useful. But here's the turning point. If you keep using that bridge for every single little thought, it becomes a bottleneck. Conversations move fast. People don't pause for you to cross your mental bridge for every sentence. That's when you feel slow. That's when you freeze. You might know the word, but by the time you've crossed the bridge, the conversation has moved on. The goal, then, is not to destroy the bridge, but to learn to swim across the river directly. To see the chair and just think chair. No detours. No middlemen. This is the foundation of true fluency. It's not about knowing more, it's about accessing what you already know, directly. And the best part? This isn't a talent you're born with. It's a skill, a muscle that you can train, starting today. Let me show you the first and simplest exercise to start building that muscle right now. So, how do we start building that direct connection, this mental shortcut that bypasses the old translation bridge? We begin with something so simple and always available. You can start practicing the very moment you finish listening to this episode. I call this first technique becoming the narrator of your own life. Think of your mind as a private, intimate movie, and from today, you're going to start narrating the soundtrack in English. This is your safe space. No one is judging, no one is listening. It all happens in the quiet theater of your mind. The rule is simple. Whatever you see, whatever you do, you describe it in English internally. You're not just a passive learner anymore, you're an active observer, using English as your lens to view the world. Let's make it practical. Look around you. Right now. Wherever you are. If you're sitting in a cafe, your inner voice might say, I am sitting on a comfortable chair. The table is made of dark wood. A man in a blue jacket is reading a newspaper. The coffee in my cup is hot and smells strong. If you're at home, walking to the kitchen, I am walking on the cool floor. I am opening the refrigerator door. The light inside is bright. I see milk, eggs, and some vegetables. The magic of this exercise isn't in complexity, it's in consistency and directness. You are forging a powerful, non-negotiable link between the object you perceive and the English word in your brain. You see a tree, and the word tree instantly surfaces. Not the word in your language, followed by the translation. Just tree. It's about creating a reflex. And what about the things you don't know? Let's say you look at the object that holds your pens. If the word holder doesn't come to mind, that's not a failure, it's a golden opportunity. Your brain might say, I need the word for, the thing for my pens. This conscious gap is where real, active learning happens. You later look it up, discover pen holder, and that word is now yours forever, because you earned it through need, not just memorization. You are training your brain to use English as its primary tool for processing reality. This is the first, fundamental brick in constructing your English thinking mind. It's gentle, it's constant, and it's incredibly powerful because it turns your entire day into a classroom without walls. Now, let's add a second layer to this practice, one that turns your inner world, your plans, your dreams, your daily routine into your most personal and motivating English lesson. That second layer I mentioned is what I like to call your inner English diary. If the first exercise was about narrating the world around you, this one is about narrating the world inside you, your plans, your hopes, your memories. It's the most personal and relevant way to practice because the subject is you. In the morning, while you're getting dressed or having breakfast, don't let your mind wander in your native language. Take control and think actively in English. Okay, today is going to be a good day. First, I have that important meeting at 10 a.m. I need to prepare my notes. Later, I will have lunch with Sarah. I wonder what she will say about her trip. It's not about perfect grammar, it's about thought flow. You are using English to organize your reality, giving it immediate and profound utility. And in the evening, right before sleep, is the perfect time for review. It's a ritual that not only practices English but also helps you unwind. Instead of replaying the day in the frantic rush of your native tongue, do it with the calm of English. Today was productive. I finished the project and my boss was happy. I learned a new English word, deadline. I called my mother and we talked for an hour. This process does something wonderful. It associates English with introspection and calm, moving it away from the anxiety it can sometimes create. The beauty of this technique is that you don't need extra time. You are taking the dead moments of your day, the bus ride, the line at the supermarket, the minutes before sleep, and turning them into active language immersion sessions. You are literally living a part of your life in English. And in time, you'll notice these internal monologues become richer, more detailed, and more spontaneous because your brain is starting to accept English as a valid vehicle for your inner life. Now, let's prepare your brain's color palette. We are moving from words and sentences to something even more fundamental, pure images. This third method is possibly the most transformative of all because it completely eliminates the need for any linguistic bridge. This third method is an absolute game changer. I call it the image connection, and it's the definitive step to burning that translation bridge for good. Until now, we've worked with internal words and sentences. But this goes further. It's about connecting the object directly with the mental image of the English word, without any sound from your native language in between. Let's try a quick mental experiment. Close your eyes for a second and imagine an apple. Don't think of the word manzana in Spanish or apple in English. Just visualize the fruit, its round shape, its red or green color, its texture. Now, open your eyes. What you just did was think in a pure concept. The goal is that when you see a real apple, your brain directly activates that same pure concept, and the label it attaches is automatically apple. It's not that you see the apple, think manzana, and then translate it to apple. The path is shortened, apple-apple. Or ideally, there isn't even a word, just the understanding of the concept with an English label. How do you actively practice this? It's surprisingly simple. Take a few minutes each day to look at everyday objects. Your phone, a book, a lamp. And instead of telling yourself the name aloud in your mind, focus on the image of the object and let the English word float to the surface of your thought as if it were its natural shadow. Phone, book, lamp. If you're learning verbs, it's even more powerful. While you open a door, focus on the physical action and think open. When closing it, close. You are associating the physical movement with the English word, creating a much stronger and faster neural shortcut than the one involving your mother tongue. At first, your mind will rebel and try to insert the word in your native language. That's normal. It's a deeply ingrained habit. But with constant repetition, you will be building a new neural highway that connects what you see and what you do directly to English. It's like learning to ride a bike. It's clumsy at first, but when your brain finds the balance, you never forget it. This is the balance of thinking in English. But a mind filled with visual vocabulary needs to go out into the world and set it in motion. That's why the next step is one of my personal favorites, a technique that not only speeds up your thinking but also perfects your pronunciation and rhythm in an almost magical way. That next step is a technique so effective it feels like a superpower. It's called shadowing. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. It's actually quite a playful and dynamic exercise. Think of yourself as an echo. You hear a sound, and you immediately send it back. That's the core of shadowing. Here's how you do it. You will need a piece of audio from a native speaker. It could be one of my podcasts, a clip from a TV show, or an audiobook. As you listen, you repeat what they say, immediately after they say it. There's no pause for translation. There's no time to overthink the grammar. You are simply mimicking the sounds, the music, the rhythm of the language. If the speaker says, "It's a really beautiful day," you jump in right after with, "It's a really beautiful day," trying to copy their intonation and emotion. At first, it will feel like a cognitive workout. Your brain might resist, wanting to understand every single word before it allows you to speak. But you must push through that. The goal here is not perfect comprehension in the beginning. The goal is to train your mouth and your mind to move in sync with the natural flow of English. You are building muscle memory for the language itself. It's like learning a dance. You don't intellectually analyze every step. You follow the rhythm until your body knows it by heart. And you don't need to do this for hours. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough to create remarkable progress. This small, daily dose of active imitation does 3 incredible things at once. It sharpens your listening skills, it rewires your brain to process English faster, and it fine-tunes your pronunciation to sound more natural and fluent. You are essentially downloading the native speaker's pattern directly into your own speech. Now, to make shadowing even easier to start, I want to give you a simple framework. Let's call it the CALM method of shadowing. Choose a short clip. Just 1 to 2 minutes is perfect. Active listening. Listen to the clip once just to understand the gist. Loop and repeat. Now, play a short sentence and echo it. Feel the words in your mouth. Merge with the speaker. On your next try, don't wait for the pause. Speak almost at the same time as the speaker, like you're having a conversation in unison. This method makes the process structured and much less daunting. But what about those moments when you can't listen to audio? Your practice doesn't have to stop. In fact, the final technique turns your entire life into a continuous opportunities to practice. So, what do you do when you don't have your headphones, or you're in a place where you can't speak aloud? This brings us to our fifth and final technique, which is all about seizing those tiny, hidden moments throughout your day. I call it finding your opportunity spots. This is where your practice becomes truly woven into the fabric of your life, moving from a scheduled activity to a natural state of mind. An opportunity spot is any simple, routine action that requires very little active thought. These are the perfect moments to inject a quick, 10 to 15 second burst of English thinking. The key is to make it so easy that you can't say no. Let me give you some powerful, concrete examples. When you're brushing your teeth, instead of letting your mind wander to your to-do list, think in English, I am brushing my teeth. The mint taste is fresh and strong. The water is cold. I need to buy a new toothbrush soon, maybe a blue one. When you're waiting for the bus or a train, the platform is crowded. I hope my train arrives on time. The man next to me is reading an interesting book. The weather is surprisingly warm for October. You see, you're not adding a new, burdensome task to your day. You're simply changing the channel of your internal monologue during tasks you're already doing. You are the director of your own mind, and you're choosing to broadcast in English. Other perfect opportunity spots include waiting for your coffee to brew, walking to your car, folding laundry, or even scrolling through your phone. Pause for a moment and describe a photo you see in English. My friend is on a beach. The water is turquoise. She looks very happy. To make this even easier, remember this simple 3-step method for any opportunity spot. 1. Notice, become aware of your surroundings or action. 2. Label, name the main objects or actions in English. 3. Describe, add one simple detail, a color, a feeling, an opinion. The beauty of this method is its cumulative effect. 10 seconds here, 20 seconds there, it adds up to significant, daily mental practice without you even feeling like you're studying. You are normalizing English as the background soundtrack to your existence, making it familiar and comfortable. Now, I know that receiving 5 different techniques might feel a little overwhelming. But I haven't just given you a list of tips and sent you on your way. I've designed a simple, sustainable, and powerful daily plan for you, a 4-step routine that combines the best of these methods into a seamless flow. This is your personal roadmap to building that English thinking brain, one day at a time, without the stress. So, let's bring it all together into your new, effortless daily routine. This is your 4-step daily fluency plan. It's designed to take just a few minutes spread throughout your day, creating a constant, gentle current that pulls you towards thinking in English. Step 1. The morning mindset. This happens within the first 15 minutes of your day. As you're waking up, while you're still in bed, or as you're brushing your teeth, take just 60 seconds. In that time, you will set the tone for your brain. Think about your day ahead in simple English. Today is Wednesday. I have a meeting at 11 o'clock. I need to send an important email. After work, I will go for a walk in the park. You are doing 2 things here. You're planning your day, and you're priming your brain to use English as its first tool of the day. Step 2. Daily description. This is an all-day, on and off practice. As you move through your day, you will actively look for those opportunity spots we talked about. Waiting for the microwave? The food is spinning. It's getting hot. Walking to a meeting? I'm walking down the hallway. The floor is clean. I see my colleague, Maria. Do this 5 to 10 times a day, for just 10 to 15 seconds each time. It's not a continuous task, it's a habit of snapping back into your English narrator mode whenever you have a free mental moment. Step 3. Active shadowing. This is your dedicated, focused practice. Once a day, for just 5 minutes, you will do the shadowing technique we discussed. Use one of my podcast episodes, or any short audio clip you like. Listen and echo. Follow the CALM method. This 5 minutes is incredibly powerful because it's pure, active training for your ears and mouth to work together at a natural speed. Step 4. The evening review. Finally, as you're lying in bed, ready to sleep, you close your eyes and do your inner English diary review. Think back over the day. Today was good. I finished my work. I talked to David about the project. I learned a new word, efficient. I am tired now. I will sleep well. This does something beautiful. It ends your day with English, it helps you relax, and it solidifies the learning from the day. Follow this simple 4-step plan. It's not about hours of study, it's about consistency. Do this every day, and you are essentially giving your brain no choice but to adapt. You are building the habit of thinking in English. But before we finish, I have one final, secret bonus step to share with you, a simple mental shift that will make this entire process stick forever. And that secret bonus step, the final piece of the puzzle, is this: be kind to your journey. This is the most important step of all. Your brain has spent a lifetime thinking in one language. Asking it to switch is a monumental request. There will be days when your mind feels quiet in English, when the old habit of translation feels strong. On those days, I don't want you to get frustrated. I want you to celebrate the tiny wins. Did you think of one single word, window, directly in English? That is a victory. Did you catch yourself starting to translate and then gently guide your thoughts back to English? That is a massive success. This isn't about perfection, it's about direction. You are building a new path in your mind, and every single time you use one of these steps, you are walking down that path, making it wider and clearer. Trust the process. Trust that small, consistent actions create incredible results over time. One morning, you'll be making your coffee and you'll realize, without any effort, your inner voice was just narrating, "I'm pouring the milk," in perfect, effortless English. That moment is coming. And when it does, I want you to come back and tell me about it. This is the end of this episode, but it's the beginning of your new practice. So, here's my call to action for you. If you found this roadmap helpful, do 2 simple things to pay it forward. First, subscribe to the Easy English Podcast. By subscribing, you don't just support me, you give yourself a regular dose of practice and motivation every time a new episode arrives. Second, to prove to me you made it all the way to the end, I have a special question for you in the comments. Tell me this: what is the first object you are going to narrate in English after this episode ends? A cup? Your phone? Your cat? Let me know! I read every single comment, and learning about your first step will make my day. Thank you for investing this time in your fluency. Remember, this is the Easy English Podcast. I'm James. Keep thinking, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.